So I'm going to tell you how this episode's idea came into my head.
Okay.
I don't remember if you post something on Instagram or if you text me directly, but you just went on a hunt that was, 15 days or something?
Yeah, it was 15 days in the backcountry.
You came into cell service for just a moment in time to wash some clothes. And was it a text or was it a social media post where you're like, oh man, check my phone, saw all the nasty shit going on?
Yeah, I posted on Instagram.
Okay, I can't wait to get back out in the woods and
Get the
off
fuck
grid
away
again.
from it again.
And I was like, fuck, man. And this was during when that girl got knifed, Charlie Kirk got killed, and like everybody started like taking sides over this. And it was
It was
bro, I'm telling
crazy,
you, when you
man.
scroll through your feed, you could feel like,
Oh, it was
like
disgusting.
a sick energy of people going to war over this thing that is just like, ugh. And then you're like, man, I was out in the woods enjoying myself, not knowing all of the bullshit. And then I came back and saw this, and I can't wait to get back out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? And I thought to myself, I said, whatever Anthony is doing in the woods right now is probably a better story to tell than watching these fucking vile human beings just piss you off and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, dude, watching chipmunks and birds.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better, brother.
And I was like, Anthony, just come and tell us a hunting story.
Fuck.
You know, so if you didn't see anything in the 2 weeks sucked, and like that might be a boring story, but I was like, I bet whatever Anthony just spent 15 days doing is going to be more enjoyable to listen to than all the shit. Like can we just sit down and talk and tell good stories?
Dude,
sometimes?
I can talk about bow hunting all fucking day long.
That's what I'm saying, right?
I love that shit.
And so, yeah, bro. I mean, we've talked about hunting on the show previously, and like your path into it and whatnot. But every time you, Shane, the guys that like do the big hunts come back, that reset, that like renewal
dude.
of energy, your teammates can see it.
For sure. I mean, I feel it. And skipping ahead to jiu-jitsu stuff, I always come back. Well, I'm in, 2 years of this now, being at the gym and leaving to go hunting and then coming back. This time, especially, you walk in here and you're like about to get humbled. And I was really concerned about my strength. I mean, I lost weight, I lost strength. I go fucking hard while I'm out there, man. And I lose weight that I don't have to lose.
It's just putting gnarly miles.
Dude, I
every
did
day.
about 90 miles plus or minus in 11 days.
Wow. Okay.
With like 1,000 feet of elevation every day,
I was
up
just
and down.
gonna say, walking, not even in elevation. Elevation is another entire
Just through the
different tier.
woods.
Yeah, when you say you did 11 miles through the woods, people think about, okay, how many times around the football track would that be? And it's like, no.
You can't measure it.
Yeah.
And like you look on X as the crow flies, it's like, I only went over there. But when you're out there walking it, it's like, fuck. Dude, that cot back at camp and that cheeseburger and that fucking shower out of a 5-gallon bucket sounds pretty good.
Isn't it crazy, depending on the level of misery that you're currently experiencing, what sounds like heaven?
Oh
right?
my God.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, dude,
the simplest thing.
Because I used to think about that on Mount Rainier. Is like, dude, my tent sounds so nice right now.
It's taken me, I mean, I've been doing this now for, I think, around 17 years.
Okay.
And I started out with nothing. A buddy gave me an old bow, my elk hunting mentor.
Was it a bear archery?
It was, I think it was called a high country or an aspen, something like that. It looked like something out of an antique store. I mean, this was like late 80s, early 90s bow that he had in his closet. And he's like, here you go, take this and start shooting it.
Was it just a regular bow like this, or was it compound?
It was a compound,
Okay.
but it was like early compound. I mean, the sight on it was what's called a fine line. It's literally wires that are like set up like fiber optics, but they're wires.
Now you have to be a scientist to use bow sights.
Oh, dude, I don't even tune my fucking bow. I don't mess with that shit.
I did that one on my own.
My sights, okay, it's one thing, but like any bow tech stuff, I'm taking into a shop.
Yeah. Well, Jordan's a bow tech.
Yeah.
So
Jordan's busy though.
No, I'm just saying, at least we have one on our apocalypse team.
Yeah. I can't get another hobby. No more.
Yep, same.
Oh man, I skipped ahead about jiu-jitsu. I was going to say this year when I came back, I actually felt really good, really solid. Like my first couple rolls back, I was like, Daddy still got it.
No, dude,
But
people never want to admit this, but this. I found this to be true time and time again. Stepping away from jiu-jitsu for a little bit.
This delicious Element, the new small cans. Check them out, folks.
Dude, the small cans, they're half the size of the other ones, which aggravates me because I drink copious amounts of
But it makes me
fluids.
look like I have big hands, and I have a complex about my small hands. So
Yeah, that's right,
I'm in.
But they have pineapple in this flavor,
It's so good.
which is fucking
That's
legendary.
delicious.
But what I'm saying is, man, time away from jiu-jitsu. And obviously you can't train for 2 months and then take a month break. Like there's a formula that has to be met where you're training more than you're not, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you're training more than you're not consistently over a long period of time, I honestly think it allows your brain to almost defrag or reboot or something.
100%.
There's something about staying off the mats for a little bit. Because what typically happens is guys get hurt. Like with me, I haven't rolled in the last month because of my elbow. And it's like, oh, fuck, man, I'm going to be out of shape. Like all these things start to...
So I think there's a trade-off.
Yeah.
But one of the main thing I noticed is all my little fucking wounds healed, all my little sprains, like my knuckles and my
Huge,
fingers.
bro.
Like for the first week out there, I was like, fuck, dude, my hands feel better.
And you forget what feeling normal feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Which is like...
You wake up and you're like, oh, fuck, why does my shoulder and arm hurt so bad today, you know? Fucking Drew.
That becomes your baseline, though.
Right.
Because it's funny you say that. Because without rolling for the last month because of this elbow, I am feeling the other night I was like fucking making fists and flexing my hands.
You're like, oh, I can actually squeeze a fist and it doesn't hurt.
My hands feel strong right now.
Hell yeah.
Instead of always aching.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, coming back, like I said, a lot of times it's an injury that forced it. But not only were you not dealing with an injury, you were also getting like a spiritual reset.
Oh, dude. Yeah. And I needed it. I mean, it's my time every year to reset and reflect. Like I got hunting buddies in camp, but honestly, you don't see each other that much because you're out there. Archery hunting elk is like a solo fucking thing, you know, like guys on social media, they got a cameraman with them or something, but they're going to cool places and hunting cool tags. And when you're out there on public land, just doing it, you know, you're by yourself. These elk get hunted pretty hard.
Well,
and you can't be like 3 abreast walking through the woods.
That's what I was going to say. If you found, and obviously I know hunters are not going to disclose any type of location, but I mean, to find a herd of elk on public land, you would think it'd be like fucking swarmed on.
It is. So
I guess it's the harder you work, the farther you can get away.
Or the first few days of season, the elk aren't wise to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's golden opportunities to be had. As time goes on and the hunting pressure goes on, these elk get schooled onto what's up. They know they're being hunted and they start moving around. They'll just bounce around to some random piece of terrain. So like my elk hunt starts in June. Like I go out as soon as the Forestry Service opens the gate and allows you into this area. I'm out there putting out cameras and I make 2 to 3 trips over the summer out there just to hike around. You know, I mean, I love it out there. It's fucking beautiful. But
are you always in the same area year after year?
I've been hunting elk in the same area for 13, 14 years now. And I know there's other cool areas. I know there's big bulls elsewhere, but I
found something that works.
I found something that works. And like at this point, I'm nostalgic to hunting this area. Like dude, it's emotional leaving there, honestly.
You ever going to have a cabin out in that area one day?
Oh man, if fucking Senator Mike Lee, you know, decides to sell off all our fucking land, maybe I'll scoop some of that up and fuck. Yeah. Literally, dude, so when all that shit was going down.
Bro, public land. Let's just think about this. Public land means it's owned by us.
Yeah, correct.
And then some other entity can just be like, hey, actually, we're going to sell it.
Yeah, I want that.
We're going to sell it. You don't own everything. That's a whole other episode, though.
You get me fired up. It's fucking 10 a.m., man. Come on.
I'm fired up about life right now.
Yeah,
dude.
I know. I know, me too. It's a good time to be fired up. There's a lot to be fired up about. But yeah, I start hunting in June, man, and I'm up there hiking around, checking shit out, and I'll pattern animals. Like I've multiple trail cameras, different areas, and those are like little rewards. You go out, pull those SIM cards, and after they've been out there for a month or two, it's like kind of like Christmas morning. You're like, oh, what's going on out here?
You haven't invested in the Starlink ones and just send it right to your phone.
No, I got some broke ass Amazon ones, and I just go out there and pull the SIM cards. I went with more instead of quality.
Do you see what kind of wild shit do you see on those cams?
Dude, the last couple of years have been fucking epic. Like mountain lions, bears. This year I've got this tank of a black bear, man. And he walks by, it's like 9 a.m. sunny morning in this meadow. And he walks by and he does a double take and like looks at my camera. And he walks up,
like
stands,
he saw it.
Oh yeah, he
up.
saws it. And he saws it, seen it. He walks
Seen
up.
it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. I was homeschooled for a while. Leave me alone. And he walks over and he stands up on his hind legs and like puts his mouth up there. And he's all checking it out.
Wow.
It's so cool, dude. I just love shit like that. And then, of course, seeing elk and seeing bulls. Like last year, the bull that I killed, I have trail camera footage of him in velvet in June. And then later in the summer, when he started hard horning up and losing his velvet, like I've got a 3-month progression of this bull, and then I, put an arrow through him, and it was, man, that was cool.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. This year was.
Do you see any other hunters out there typically?
Yes. Yeah. The last couple of years, actually. So Fish and Game changed the rules on what you can harvest in the unit, and I think it drove a lot of dudes away.
What did they change? Oh wait,
you could shoot any elk except a spike
previously,
and now it's 3-point bull or better. And there's not a lot of bulls out there, and bulls are hard to hunt.
Well, even with the previous rules, guys got skunked all the time.
Oh, yeah. There's dudes who, I mean, I'm not throwing shade at other guys for hunting, but it's like they suck at hunting. They go out there and hike around, and they don't see shit, and they're batting animals around, and.
Well, that's me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we all start somewhere. I was that guy, But it's, there's kind of a new trend where people are interested in becoming self-sufficient, learning to hunt. Yeah.
And like they see the Cam Hanes and the Joe Rogan and stuff. 100%. And it's like, hey, I want to learn that stuff.
It looks awesome.
And it's like, I got the bow and I'm good with a bow now, right? But being good with a bow is like a small percentage.
It's a piece of it. It's a piece of it. So, and then I don't want to skip ahead to this year's stories quite yet.
Yeah.
But man, like taking a shot on an animal with a bow, you have to do so much right all at once in a brief moment 100%, of time.
Bro. Well, and I don't know if it was you that I was talking to. This buck right here that I took basically a year ago right now, last fall. That was the 5th deer that I've killed. And it was the first one where I was like emotionally in control.
Yeah, for sure.
And had the follow. I'd follow through. Follow through is huge in any type of shooting, but
especially
in
archery, dude.
Bro, I'm not kidding. The year before that, I fucking arrowed a deer from a tree stand overlooking a little field, and my buddy's like, "Well, where did it go into the woods?" And I was like,
"Huh."
Dude, I'm the worst hunter in the world.
Oh, dude.
Because I was even like, bro, I don't know much. I don't know really what happened after I let the arrow go.
Yeah.
Because it's like just this big adrenaline dump and you're not cognitively like taking notes.
Your fine motor skills are gone.
This one was the first one. It was like release, follow through, and immediately went into like observation mode. What direction did he go? I'm listening into the forest. Like, what can I hear? And it's like, oh, that's how hunters put arrows through animals.
I mean, beyond that, like I've learned, it's like once you arrow that animal, you don't need to take a knee and hide. Like that part's over. So stand up and fucking, as that animal's crashing away, it's like take some steps and make sure you get a good idea of where he's going. Like especially where I hunt, man. Like you get up above the tree line, and it's like beautiful fucking scenery, like just epic. God's country. I mean,
what is that elevation? Like 5,500 or something?
No, not even that. Like top of the tree line, kind of top elevation where I hunt, it's like maybe 42.
Okay.
And
But at 42,
the road down below is like 27 or $3,000, somewhere around there.
42 to 5,000, you feel the difference of your
Oh,
fitness.
for sure. Oh, for sure.
I mean,
dude.
we went to Denver a couple weeks ago with the family, and we went on this hike, and it wasn't hard at all, but it was about 3 miles. And the family could tell. They're like, what is this? Like, why do I feel different? I was like,
I can't breathe.
Because you have less oxygen.
Right,
You know?
right. Yeah, that's kind of next year's dream. I want to go to Montana or maybe even Idaho, and it'd be kind of fun to hunt elk at a higher elevation just to experience that. But I mean, really getting back to hunt preparation, I try to prepare year round just by fitness. Like before jiu-jitsu, that was the driving factor of me being in the gym. I was like, I want to be a better elk hunter, a better outdoorsman. And
And you need something.
And you need something, right?
I'm learning that lesson right now.
Everybody needs something to.
Dude, with putting this row in front of me.
Have you actually talked about all that yet?
Yeah, I talked about it last week, so it's out there now.
Nice.
I've worked out every single day since I made that decision.
Yeah.
And I feel good about it.
Right.
Because it's like, oh, this. So like your why was hunting.
Yeah.
And then it kept you fucking always
Kept
on
me
the grind.
sane. I mean, it kept me on the grind, kept me disciplined to work out when I didn't want to. And I'm going to be honest, man, I dropped the ball with that this year. I was so like,
That's
you
what
know,
you
I
said,
get
so
hyper
deep with
focused on,
jiu-jitsu.
yeah, exactly. I get hyper focused on whatever's in front of me. That's the Tylenol I had as a kid, I guess.
No, the title your mom had.
Oh, shit. My bad.
I think that's where we're at.
Oh, okay. I can't keep up on all that fucking
I
insanity,
know, dude. I
Fuck,
know.
it's just insanity. Anyways, we won't get off course. We'll talk about hunting. But yeah,
you said when you came back, like, I don't know, it was your first or second day back, and we were sitting on the wall in between rounds, and you're like, dude, jiu-jitsu didn't get me in hunt shape.
No, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
It does not fucking translate to the mountain.
No, it doesn't, man.
Like, at all.
And it also doesn't translate the other way. That's why when people like, remember when David Potts came over here, absolute CrossFit stud,
Yeah.
he'd get gassed out in jiu-jitsu because fight shape is different from anything else. But fight
That
shape,
was a while ago. It ain't like that anymore.
no. I'm saying no.
He's
I
a
always say
fucking
once
stud
I
all
always
the way
say
around, dude.
once he learned to use his like physical gifts for jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
It's
Phenomenal
He's a
athlete.
problem.
Oh
now.
my God, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I say it all the time. My favorite people to train jiu-jitsu are people whose bodies already work very well.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that's a whole hurdle in itself.
It's just a natural progression. Like, you're already an athlete. Of course, that's a fucking leg up.
Yep. And now you just need to learn how to strangle someone.
Right.
You know?
Right. But yeah, man, I get up there 2-3 days before season opener. It takes me a while to set up my glamorous base camp. I mean, that's fucking 8-10 hours worth of work there. Put a canvas
Wait,
wall.
what, are you serious?
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
all day affair setting up.
Oh my God,
So-
dude. I've acquired so much shit now. It is ridiculous how much
I thought
fucking
you were going out and living with nature.
I am, bro. But base camp, very plush.
Coffee maker and shit, dude.
No, I prefer
okay.
a pour over. Like, if we got time to do that and I'm bougie, it takes 5 minutes to make a cup of coffee. But yeah, I mean, I got a canvas wall tent, cots with memory foam mattresses, and a fucking wood stove in that tent, dude. And it will make you lazy. Like,
Of course it will, bro.
when you've got a 5-mile hike into where you think the animals are, and you wake up the alarm goes off at 4, and your knees and your feet are sore from the day before, and you're warm. It's like, fuck, dude. It takes intestinal fortitude.
How
to
hard? If I just
sleep in
if I just
half
sleep
more
if
hour,
I just
half more
sleep
hour.
in, no one will know the difference.
Except you. And
Yeah.
here's the thing: September and elk hunting, deer hunting, those days are finite. And it's like, I don't want in February. I don't want to be trapped inside in the gloom and doom.
Well, and let me
be
ask,
like, fuck, I sat in camp too long, dude.
I've learned this lesson time and time again with deer, but I know nothing about elk. is like dusk and dawn is prime time.
Oh, 100%.
So is it the same with elk?
They're ungulates. I mean, that's
Okay.
same
I
thing.
assume so, but I don't want to sit here and act like I know anything about
They'll pattern
elk.
a little differently because they're a herd animal, and especially getting towards the rut, they're starting to group up, and they got like a lead cow and a bull, and they're the ones calling the shots and moving the herd around. So
Now, let me ask you this, because when I sent you that video of that big bull
yeah,
in Colorado,
yeah,
bro, you just go find them. It's crazy.
right.
I said to ChatGTP, where can I find a herd of elk? And it said, go down this road, do this, take a left here. And I did that, and there were like 30 cars pulled over.
I don't like that.
Because people were like, yeah. And that video I sent you was like a ChatGTP located.
I couldn't believe how close you guys
Dude,
were.
we
I
were
was
right
like,
there.
What?
And he was actively like chasing younger males away.
Yeah.
And then he had like a herd of,
A little harem.
of cows, a harem of cows. Good for him. I'm proud of him.
Oh, dude. Being a bull.
But this is what I noticed. As soon as the sun started to go down, it looked like they were bedding down.
Yeah.
So do they bed down for the night? Because deer do the opposite.
No, I mean, it's situational dependent.
opposite.
So, I mean, you're looking at pets that are roaming around a city.
Okay.
It's not the fucking same thing as
Got it. I mean, obviously not the
mountain
same thing.
and mountain animals, ones that get hunted. I mean, yeah, you can't park your car and walk right up to them.
But I'm saying, do wild elk move throughout the night?
Oh, they can 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of my best trail camera pictures this last year, they're going to hunker down at the front or back end of that, but they'll move around at 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Okay.
They're very nocturnal. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if it's their ears and they can just fucking see in the dark. Maybe I should study more about elk
they're just
themselves.
the size of a horse.
They are literally horse with antlers.
Walking
dude.
around out there.
Even a small bull, when you're 20, 30 yards from it, you're like, holy fuck, dude, that is a big animal. Yeah.
Dude,
they're awesome.
A buddy of mine just got a moose on an archery hunt from a river.
Oh, that's cool.
He does a float in Alaska.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And that would be a fun hunt.
That's
dude.
rad. Yeah. I need to get up to Alaska. I've never been, and I need to start doing that. My only concern is once I go do that, I'm going to be fucking hooked and then have to go do that every year,
Or I can just ruin deer hunting for you altogether and take you to Hawaii.
Yeah, no, I need to do that.
And then you realize, I can fill my freezer in a weekend?
Dude, so my in-laws live down in Powers, Oregon, which is like the super rural southern Oregon mountain town. And my brother-in-law, he just got this gorgeous piece of property. It's like 100 acres of ranch country, like rolling green hills and pine trees. And I mean, it's fucking epic. And had been down there for like 3-4 days for 4th of July. And we're saying goodbye, but checking this place out. He goes, oh yeah, we got coos deer running around everywhere here, right? I was like, oh, no shit. And he was like, yeah, there's no season on them. Like,
What's a coos deer?
Or I'm sorry, I'm confusing. It's the same deer there in Hawaii. Axis deer.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. The same thing. Someone released axis deer down there as a pet back in the 1890s, and now they're like rabbits. They're fucking everywhere.
Really?
And there's no season on them. You can go down there and just fucking smoke them, dude. And I'm like, I've been here for 4 days, and you're telling me that I can fucking kill deer for fun?
Yeah.
Like, okay. I mean,
well, and axis deer are also delicious.
Yeah, for sure. And I need to throw that comment out there. It's like, just for everyone who's not a hunter that's listening, I don't kill animals. It's for the fun of killing animals. Like,
no, of course
I revere it.
Yeah.
And honor their sacrifice, and I eat every bit of meat that they provide. So
even your bear.
Public disclaimer done.
And you brought your bear in here.
Oh, dude, that bear
fed your
is so
teammates
good.
some bear.
Fuck, dude, that was good meat.
Dude, it's weird because I've only had bear one other time, and it was
Same.
It was pretty hideous.
It was horrible. I think it depends upon where they're living and what they're eating pretty heavily. Like, that was the bear I killed was like a mountain bear that's eating huckleberries 9 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Pretty, what do they call that? Omnivorous life, eating vegetables and all that shit.
Dude,
not trash cans and sage.
Yeah, or rotten fish.
Right.
Whatever reason, I'm not called to want to hunt predators.
You know, me
Like cats.
Me neither, really. Man, I'm back and forth on it. So
You got stalked by 2 cats last
dude,
year.
that was what a fucking wild.
I'd never heard of that, dude.
Neither have I.
Tell the story again, just because
Okay.
I don't think people.
So first, I'll preface this by saying this story sounds fucking ridiculous, and I have a witness there to back it up. My buddy Jim was with me, and like this shit happened. So
Well, dude, there's a little herd of mountain lions 2 miles up the road at Mark's house.
they're around
That's
more
what
than
I'm-
people
that's what I'm saying, dude.
realize, dude. My mom used to live in Lake Stevens 10 years ago, and she had to call animal control one morning because there was a cougar on her back deck that was like paws up on the slider looking at her dogs inside. They're around, man. They're fucking gnarly. And for the longest, you know, again, I've been hunting this area for 13 years or something. And I started out carrying, you know, I always EDC anyways. And then you're in the mountains. It's like, okay, I should still do this, right? And I started carrying like a short barrel 1911, then it progressed to a Glock, and then it was a smaller Glock, and even smaller Glock. And then it ended up in my pack, and it was like, and then I just, over the last few years, it's like,
I've never needed it.
I'm the tier 1 predator up here. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing up here. There's no wolves yet,
bro,
thank God, where I'm at. But
When I am in the woods and I have a bow, I feel like the tier 1 predator.
yes, I am the
Without a gun.
predator. Like I'm going to hunt Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, dude.
Like I've never had a moment where I'm like, fuck, I wish I had a gun because I got a bow.
No.
And
And
let's
if
be
Bigfoot's
honest.
real and he's going to get you, a fucking
Yeah.
9 ain't going to do shit to him anyways. He's going to make you his bitch. So last year I punched my elk tag, and then my buddy who's not a hunter was like, hey bro, I really want to come up and just experience this and check it out. And if I hadn't punched my tag, I probably would have said no, but I was like, all right, fuck it. Come on
and
out,
help.
man.
Did he help carry some meat out?
No.
Oh, I
No,
thought you were recruiting help.
No, I mean, that's part of the deal now too, but yeah, I'd punched my tag, and then he came up like 3-4 days later, and we were going to go hike around. I still had a deer tag, still had a bear tag.
Okay.
And I had a cougar tag. I buy all 4 big game tags, OTC, that Washington allows you to buy. Had shot my elk and had these tags. So I was still in the game, and my main hunting partner, Jake, I really was trying to help him fill his tag. It's like, just because I punched out, got the meat to the butcher, and I could sit in camp and fucking read a book and lay in a hammock for a few days, I don't do that. I'm fucking back, and it's back to the grind, dude. Like, we're hitting the woods, and we're finding elk, and we're fucking hunting. And I hunt very aggressive, and that's why I have so many encounters. Like, over the last 3 to 5 years, I think I've really kind of starting to hone my skills elk hunting.
Which means it's taken you damn near a decade.
Dude, for
Black
real.
belt, it's black belt shit, bro.
Yes, I have like failed so many things hunting before, and it's like the last couple years, really, things are really starting to come together.
Well, and you know what's weird too about these types of lessons? Jenny was talking to me about it yesterday because she's becoming a very good trader under Jeremy Newsom.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And she said she made some mistakes that Jeremy had already taught her about and how to avoid, and then she made them anyways. And when she told Jeremy, she brought it up like kind of hanging her head. She's like, I know you taught me about this. And he laughed and goes, no. You have to make those mistakes in trading. Otherwise, you'll never understand those mistakes.
And guess what? You're never, even after you learn that lesson, you're not immune from making those fucking mistakes.
Yeah.
Because that, I don't want to skip ahead yet, because that bleeds into my experience this year. And man, rookie shit that happened to me.
Well, you watch black belts get tapped out here all the time, bro.
Yeah. Less now that Oliver's gone, but
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Is Oliver still training? Do you know?
He's not.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. Let his knee heal up for a year.
Yeah.
And then I'll talk him back
Well,
into the
when he
mats.
comes back and visits for holidays, I'm like scheming. I'm like, maybe.
Maybe.
No, anyways. Yeah. So I punched my elk tag. Sorry, I'm skipping all over the place. I'm kind of retarded.
Dude, we're just hanging out.
So I punched my elk tag.
This is a storytelling episode, dude.
Okay, perfect. And my buddy comes up. We're still in the game, you know, and I'm like, we go out with the three of us, kind of go out looking for elk, trying to fill Jake's tag. Didn't see much. And I was like, okay, you know what? I got a deer tag. I know where there's deer at, but we got a spike camp to get there. So we hunted all day, came back to camp, ate food, packed up our rucks, and we're going 4 or 5 miles to the top of the tree line to this area that I know. And I'm like, all right, we're going to camp up there and we'll catch last evening light and then first light of the next day. And hopefully we'll shoot a deer. We start hiking up, and about halfway up, we're just, you know, we've got camp on our back. We got 40-pound packs and food and water and all that shit. So we're not sneaking through the woods, and I've got my bow in one hand and a trekking pole in the other hand, and we're just hoofing it about halfway up to where we're going. And I stop and I'm like, catch my breath a little bit. And I look back over and make sure my buddy's still behind me, because I got one speed when we're moving through the woods, and you're either keeping up or
you're not.
Good luck. And I look back, and he's all smiles, and we're like, yeah, okay, cool. And I look down, I go to pull out my phone to look at on X, and as I look down, something caught my movement, and I look up, and like 40 yards, like 50, 40 yards in front of me, here's this giant bull. One of the biggest bulls I've ever seen on this fucking mountain. And he's just moseying down the hill in the middle of the afternoon.
Oh, so, okay, I was going to say, what is this, 3 or 4
Yeah,
o'clock?
it's like, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Nailed it. And I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, I didn't know. Instinctually, I wanted to shoot this bull, but I'm already tagged out, right? And I'm like, oh my fucking, there's some good sized bulls on this mountain, but this was like the biggest, maturest bull. Like, you probably would want to get this guy scored, like 300-inch bull. And
of course you find this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm like, holy shit. And I like, my eyes kind of focus, and we had walked right into this herd. So this was a herd bull that I hadn't seen in 2 weeks at this point of being on the hill. Didn't even know this bull was in the neighborhood, and he's like walking on a string straight towards me. And long story short, he stops. He realizes, he's like, oh, what the fuck? There's people there. And he just turns, and we watch him this broadside and walk through the pine trees and
if
disappear.
you hadn't punched your tag, were you?
Oh, I would have shot him with my pack on my shoulders, like arrow nocked. I would have slain this fucking bull, dude. And it was like, he presented to me just like, I don't know what you are. He didn't know I was a person or what it was.
I've already noticed in a short amount of time hunting, it's like the animals know what tag is in your pocket. You get taunted by animals you can't shoot.
I think they feel your energy, dude.
For sure. Like you know what you like. It's if you know you can't shoot them,
yes,
you're not putting off predator energy.
100%.
And I've also noticed it with like a little button buck comes out, and then it's like, oh, I'm not going to shoot him. He's too small. He has no fear now of you,
dude.
He'll walk around you and shit.
I've literally been packing out elk and seen bulls, like, and they just. You're like tromping through the woods with your buddies, smoking and joking, and you look over your shoulder and it's like, holy shit, there's a bull right there, and you're carrying one of his relatives out on your fucking back, and he's just like staring at you like you don't give a fuck. It's
probably
crazy.
like, hey, better him than me.
Yeah, wild animals, man, they're crazy. So, anyways, we see this bull, and it was epic. And my buddy now, who's never really hunted before, I know what he's thinking. He's like, how hard is this elk hunting shit? You just walk up the fucking hill for an hour and you see them. That's pretty cool. And I'm like, all right, we're still on a mission. So let's get moving. We get up kind of above the tree line, get our bivvy camp set up. And it's like 6 o'clock at this point. I'm texting, send my buddy an in-reach message. Like, saw this giant bull. Here's coordinates. In the morning, start hunting up the hill. We'll start hunting down, and I'm already setting up tomorrow. And I look at my buddy Jim. I'm like, all right, we got 2 hours of daylight left, and it's going to take 45 minutes of fucking hoofing it to get to this meadow. So let's go. So we tear ass to the top of the hill, get up to this meadow, and lots of sign up. There's always animals up there, but just, you know how hunting is. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. And you went up there, sat till dark, and nothing. I'm like, okay, well, let's start heading back down. And I mean, it's dark at this point. We've got drainages to cross some pretty treacherous terrain. Like we're up above the tree line and it's boulders and
Oh, I thought you were going to stay up.
shit.
Well, I thought the plan was to stay up
we
there.
were, but we were offset from the top of the ridge. We were down probably an eighth of a mile.
So it didn't make sense to try and box them in the morning?
Yeah, we were kind of trading off because we saw that bull.
Yeah.
So I was in the morning, I was like, we got to hunt those elk. They're probably still in that timber line down below. So that was kind of my train of thought. But yeah, it's like this year I was up sleeping where I hunt, essentially spike camping. So anyways, we got half an hour, 40-minute walk back down to our bivvy camp. I mean, we got headlamps on. It's fucking dark, you know. And we're walking along and my buddy goes, uh-oh. I'm like, what's uh-oh, man? I turn around and he's like, the batteries in my flashlight died. And I was like, I looked at him like, motherfucker.
Yeah, you don't have 3 sets on you?
Yeah, I was like, this is your first night out here with me and your fucking batteries died. Anyways,
2 is 1 and 1 is none.
that's exactly what I said. And I pulled out my extra one and gave it to him.
Bro,
So-
I give out my extra headlamp almost every single time there is a need of headlamps.
Dude,
nobody carries light, dude. Have
dude,
3 sources of light.
100%.
In your
Well,
vehicle.
if you're out in the woods, I like in my hunting pack, I have 2 headlamps and a handheld light.
Yep.
Especially if you got to butcher meat in the dark, which I've done, like more light is fucking better, dude. So anyways, we hoofing it down and my buddy Jake, he had drove down the mountain to get cell signal and he actually calls me, my phone rings. And I was like, oh shit. So we're walking down off this piece of terrain and it's like this really long finger. It's like probably 500-600 yards long. And it's these drainages on either side. They're 50, 60 feet deep and sparsely covered with trees. You're in the wide open. You're looking down on the tree line. There's big boulder field, kind of meadowy area.
Sounds fucking radical.
Oh, it's awesome, dude. The country out there is just absolutely awesome. A very unique ecosystem. And I'm full on got Jake on speakerphone and we're fucking trekking poles, headlamps on, talking loud as shit, hiking down the hill. And we're like plotting for the morning. I was like all juiced up about seeing this bull. I'm like, dude, it was a fucking huge bull. Like we got to hunt him in the morning. You're going to come up this way. I'll come down and we'll just, they got to be there, you know? And it was kind of Hail Mary. The trip's almost over too. And Jake's got to go home. So we were really still fired up about hunting elk. Like this trip is about elk hunting. Anything else is a bonus. So we're hiking down and we're being loud as shit and get done with the phone conversation. And we're just trekking and we're almost to the top of this bluff and you got to go down this elk trail that's down this cliff, essentially. I mean, you can go up and down it, but it's a fucking cliff. And we get to the top edge of it and down below us, like at the tree line, I'm guessing an eighth of a mile away, I'd noticed these 2 blue lights that were kind of flickering and orbiting. And the pattern on them was fucking weird. Like I was like almost rubbing my eyes. Like the fuck am I looking at, you know? And we're talking and bullshit. And then finally I stop. I'm like, dude, do you see those fucking lights down there? And my buddy's like, dude, I've been staring at those for 10 minutes and I can't figure out what the fuck it is. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is that 2 other hunters? Are those headlamps that we're seeing coming up the hill? And we're like taking all these guesses. I'm like, is that our camp down there? And our tent's got something reflecting off of it. I couldn't figure it out, but they're like oscillating and flickering and they're kind of getting bigger. And we're, you know, talking and coming down this fucking cliff and we're almost to the bottom and we're like sliding down and shit. And I'm like, oh dude, it's probably that herd of elk walking up the hill feeding. I was like, we're about to walk right into the herd again. That's kind of crazy. And as soon as I said that, I was like, that ain't right. The wind's blowing the wrong way. These elk are sketched the fuck out from being chased by humans, you know, for the last week. And I was like, what the fuck?
Do their eyes reflect at night?
They do, but they're yellow, not blue.
Okay.
And then I'm forever the fucking smart ass. I turn around, I'm like, dude, those are fucking aliens and we're about to get probed, bro. And we're fucking laughing and shit. And we hit the bottom of this cliff and like walk into this little wash. And I start walking up the other side and it's like 4 feet of elevation change. And as I crest the hill, like dead in front of me, here's these two mountain lions, like 40 yards sitting shoulder to shoulder in front of me. And we both stop. And I'm like, as soon as I looked at them, I was like, holy fuck, those are lions.
And they had just big blue glowing eyes.
Blue glowing eyes. Soulless fucking dude. I have never felt like...
I feel like a
I
PTS
have
response
never
from this,
fucking
bro.
felt like prey in my fucking life. Like,
And people are like,
that
40
fight or
yards,
flight-
that's a long ways. That
No.
cat could cover that in a second.
And it
dude.
did. So, I immediately, I'm like, and first of all, there were two cats, not one, there were fucking two. One of them was clearly like a juvenile. And even that one, I don't want that smoke.
Yeah.
And the older mature cat looked like a fucking CrossFit athlete covered in fucking fur.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking sitting there and it looked fucking
Shoulder
yoked.
muscles. And,
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
isn't that
delts and
crazy?
fucking just, it looked like David Potts dressed up in a fucking tiger costume, dude. Just like,
Well, dude, I've seen some of those cam pictures. They look like fucking Ronnie Coleman.
that's fucking, dude.
It's like, dude, what the fuck, dude?
The
Is someone
strength-
sneaking out in the
the
woods
strength
and
that they
juicing
fucking
those
have, I
fucking
mean-
cats up?
And this was actually kind of a funny story too. 5 days before, the night before elk opened, I take my spike camp up to where I wanted to hunt. I'm by myself, get all set up. I'm like, hour of daylight left. Let's go roam around, see what I see. Step away from my camp. I walk like 50 yards. I'm like, what the fuck? I hear all these flies. And I'm like, excuse me. I hear all these flies. I'm like, oh, something's dead. I was like, what the fuck? And I kind of hone in on it. And right off this trail I'm walking on, here's a dead fucking elk calf that was like a day or two old.
Just ripped to shreds, huh?
Its throat was ripped out. Its guts were kicked out. And then
Yeah.
it was folded up into a pile and sticks kicked on top of it. And I was like, holy shit, I've never seen a bear fucking do that before. I've seen lots of like stuff that bears have fed on. They're just sloppy and they drag it around and eat on it till it's gone, and coyotes will tear stuff apart. And it took me a minute to think about it and was like, oh fuck, that's a cat kill, dude. And then I was like, my tent is 50 yards over there. Well, gotta go
bro,
hunting.
no, yeah,
and kept walking.
But bro, it's like, I mean, cats just typically don't attack people, so you don't hear these stories, right? But it's like it can rip a throat out of an elk.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we are nothing.
An elk calf is 300 pounds on the hoof. And that cat will fucking, that's an easy day.
It's crazy, dude.
So all that being said, I look straight ahead and I'm like, as soon as the words, those are cougars, leave my fucking mouth, the big one just goes, bam, takes this giant fucking leap. And now he's 30 yards over my left shoulder. And I pivot and I've got 1,000 lumen fucking headlamp on, so I can see both of them.
Oh, wow.
And I'm looking at this big cat and this little cat right here. And all this happened in seconds.
Yeah, but
And-
also it's important to note you specifically talked about how you guys were fucking loud on the phone,
Yeah.
laughing, breaking sticks.
They were coming to see what we were.
They knew you were there 10 times as long as you knew they were there.
Oh, 100%.
And they didn't give a fuck.
No, they were coming to see what we were. And cougars and, lions, they kill for fun. Like my buddy found another elk calf a week before too. So we knew of 2 confirmed lion kills that were up there. And it's not like they sat there and fed on them until they were gone. So, so this cat leaps over my shoulder and my mind is like running 1,000 miles a second. I'm like,
And all you had was your bow.
all I had was my bow and
Okay.
it's dark.
Yeah.
Unknown range or unknown distance in the fucking dark, right? And I'm like, pistol, don't have one. Knife, no, not yet. And I'm like, arrow, reached in my quiver and I knocked an arrow. So everything went very streamlined and smooth. And again, I felt like I was on borrowed time. I was like preparing to grapple with this fucking cat, dude.
Yeah.
And I knock an arrow and I pull back and this thing is in the fucking low crouch. I just see this and its head is massive, like massive fucking head. low crouch, and the end of its tail is just
looking fucking at you,
bouncing, and this thing is staring at me, dude.
Fuck you, dude.
And I don't even know what at this point, I'm tractor beam on this motherfucker, and I don't even know what the other cat's doing, but it's still unaccounted for, right?
Well, dude, I know African lions use tactics like that for flanking and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if cats here do that.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't even know that mountain lions will like group up or pride up, but apparently over the last several years, they've like biologists have recorded this happening. Like Oregon Fish and Game released a video 2-3 years ago, and there was like a pride of mountain lions walking down this logging road that they got on trail camera. I mean, you can search it on YouTube. I think there was like 6 or 7 of them walking together in a V formation. It's like, that's terrifying, dude. Fucking terrifying. Yeah. And I like, before I finish the rest of the story, I'll say I felt like my life was in danger, and that's why I acted. Little legal disclaimer there.
Well, you had a mountain lion tank anyways.
Yeah, but
you can't shoot in the middle of the night.
Okay. It is not legal shooting hours. I mean, this was pitch fucking black.
No, this is self-defense, dude. We have all watched our fucking house cat behave like that right before it kills a bird.
Before. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I literally felt like, dude, it's me or this fuck. They weren't toying with us. Like, this fucking cat was imminently about to fucking jump on us.
Were you saying "fuck you"? Like,
no, I was silent, dude. Okay. So I knock an arrow and I pull back, and I got my headlamp. For those on YouTube, I got my headlamp above the brim of my cap, so I can see. But when you pull back and your anchor point on your bow, you can't see your pins because your head is kind of an angle like this, and your light is up above your pins.
Ooh, so that's hard.
I'm fucking going like this, and I'm trying to find.
Like where you can shine on
where
your
I
pins.
can see my fucking pins and my sights and line everything up, right? And it felt like an eternity. This is probably like a second or two. And I'm like, Jim, put that fucking light over my pins right now. And he's like, what does that mean? I was like, put that light over my shoulder right fucking now. And he's like shining it. I'm like, up, down, left, right there. And I fucking let this arrow fly, dude. And I use Illuminox on my arrows.
Okay.
It looked like a fucking green tracer round just zipped through the fucking air. And I thought I fucking drilled that cat, dude. I mean, I heard thwack and arrow disappears. Cat just peels back and fucking yards it up the hill.
So, bro, it's the same thing we talked about earlier. The energy you bring, you weren't bringing predator. You were just lollygagging down the mountain. You were prey.
I was heading my sleeping bag, dude.
You fucking turned the energy and I'm the alpha. I'm on the attack.
Yeah. It was me or you, motherfucker.
And he fucking fled.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and then...
Do you know if you hit him?
I don't know where, but I fucking nicked him. So I immediately turn and look for the other cat. Like I instinctually, I was like, and I owe a lot of this to fucking jiu-jitsu, dude. Reaction times and like staying in the fight.
Yeah.
And knowing that there's still other chores to do, you know?
I say it almost every episode. Jiu-jitsu has taught me how to have like the awareness of a warrior more than being a ranger ever did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just teaches a side of awareness in the storm that most people will never experience.
And just like being present.
Yeah.
In the moment.
Being present.
Whatever that is. Like just because you're present in the moment doesn't mean like your eyes are closed and you're fucking zen. Like you are present in what is going on around you.
Yeah.
Like you're a part of it.
No, that's why I always preach. Try and know what's going on with the other rules around you too.
Yeah.
You know, that's part of just awareness in chaos.
Yeah. So I turned.
So you owe your life to electric jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah. I mean, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. So I turned the other line, both these lines book it up the hill. And I'm just like, massive fucking adrenaline dump, dude.
You
like
better
I'm just
shake
like
that shit off.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
Fucking
I'm just. Yeah, oh, dude. I was fucking jacked, dude. Jacked. And I look at my buddy. I was like, Jim, you got your fucking pistol on you? He's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, get that shit out. And he pulls his pistol out, and I was like, give that shit to me. I was like, take my bow. Don't drop this. And we walk over, and I start looking for my arrow. And well, first of all, let me back up. it was dark. I don't know how fucking far away it was. I guessed it was 40 yards. I put the 40-yard pin on him. He was like just under 30. Like the next day I went back and ranged the rock where I was standing. He was like 28 yards.
Wow.
Yeah. And I thought, I mean, I just put my pin center mass.
I mean, dude, 28 yards. He can cover 28 yards in a fraction of a second.
Nothing.
Let alone that thing could just fucking boom.
It's a leap.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So there didn't find a drop of blood. Here's my arrow. Broadhead's fucking smashed in from hitting a rock. I pick it up and there's a little bit of hair on the fletch. And I take my fingers and kind of run it, you know, drag my arrow through my hands. I'm feeling for blood.
Yeah.
It was really weird. It was wet, but it stunk like fucking cat, but it wasn't blood. And then we did.
It's like, could it be fats? Like it just went
there
over
wasn't a drop of fucking blood. We circled. I mean, we were, you know, that was cool. And we were like looking for blood, and for, you know, 20, 30 minutes in the dark, we did a big circle around where it was. And I didn't find a drop of blood. And then I hiked back by that spot like 5 or 6 more times over the course of the next week before I went home. And the ravens find anything kill out there. Ravens find it within a day or two.
Okay.
Never heard anything, never smelled anything. So clean miss. I think I fucking nicked them, or, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It was.
If you kill a cat in that circumstance and you're a tagged hunter, do you get to keep it? Probably not. They probably
I don't know,
confiscate it,
man.
huh?
I don't know. I mean, I 100%.
Because then people's stories would just be like, oh no, it was coming up at me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's situational dependent. I would have reported it, Fish and Game. I mean, not only I would notch my tag, but I would probably go get cell service and call and want to talk to somebody and be like, hey, this, you know, this happened under these circumstances. But
well, bro, I mean, if
short of waiting for it to actually leap on my face, I felt like it was pretty justifiable self-defense situation.
Well, I can't imagine them. You could measure it. You're within 28 yards of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's self-defense at that
in
range,
the dark.
dude. Yeah.
I mean,
because they should, if it wasn't interested in fucking seeing what's up with you, it would have been gone.
it would have been, it wouldn't have let us even fucking see it. We were downwind from
dude,
it.
I say that a lot, that I have spent, I don't even know, hundreds of days of my life, though, out in the woods in Washington State.
Yeah.
I've never seen a cougar, ever. I can count how many times I've seen black bear on one hand. You know?
Yeah.
And then deer is fucking every single time.
I've seen a cougar walking down Dubuque Road. And other than that, that's the only time I've ever actually seen one with my eyes.
But then you start seeing all these cougars on everybody's game cams. 3 right up the street from here. The one on your mom's porch.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen them. I wonder how many times they've seen me, though.
Right. I mean,
I wonder if it's fucking almost every time you go in the woods. Could be.
I mean, I've got several acres that butts up against a bigger wooded parcel, and I'm, you know, daily walking my dog back through those woods, and I'm always armed and I'm always looking around and aware of my surroundings. Never seen a cap. That doesn't mean they're not there, you know, and they climb trees and shit too. And
yeah.
Fuck. What a cool predator. Just apex fucking predator, dude. In answer to your question though, I don't know if I would intentionally go hunt them. Like, if I got a chance to arrow a cougar, I think that'd be pretty fucking cool. But like going out and you can't hunt with dogs anymore in this state. But even if you could, I don't know if I'd be into that, hunting cats that way. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't.
And some people have told me, they're like, dude, cougar meat is
delicious.
It's amazing. And it's like, I don't know if I can mentally get into that.
I don't know if I can have any negative thoughts about hunters that hunt big game that that hunt predators.
No judgment. No.
But I also look at it sometimes. Like I follow some archery pages and shit, and guys are going and killing like crocodiles and like all these big animals in Africa, and it's like I'm there's still a part of me that's a little torn on it, because it's like, is this just like always about a notch in your a notch in your fucking cap, or is it about building a capability? And I don't know, man. For me personally, what I've landed on is I think I'll only hunt probably elk and deer and pig.
I mean, honestly, like
animals to feed the family.
Yeah, the exotic traveling hunting stuff, like, again, no judgment, but just for me, it's like I feel called to hunt North America and kind of, you know, my woods, my mountains.
Well, you already said like you've spent a decade in the same valley.
Yeah.
Like it's not just about the animals, it's about the connection to the land.
But I do see both sides to it, and like, you know, it's easy to look at some of those exotic hunts and also pass judgment on it if you don't know the full story behind the picture. You know, like a lot of that stuff gets really bad press, and it's like, oh, a rich dentist is going and killing a fucking lion or something, and a lot of times there's like foundations, conservation foundations that put on these hunts, and they're high dollar hunts, and all the money goes towards conservation, and the meat goes to feed local indigenous people, and like it can be done ethically, I guess is my point, and I don't have a problem with that. It just doesn't speak to me though. Like I would like to maybe go to New Zealand or Australia and go bow hunting, but beyond that, I don't have this huge.
A perfect example of this, and I just have to say the emotion that I felt. The emotion that I felt was like, ugh, like why would you do that?
Yeah,
that this iconic wolf from Yellowstone, and it looks exactly like Govin.
Right.
It's a like a dark brown wolf with yellow eyes, and they're all labeled and numbered and shit because like everybody's studying them. And they're like this so-and-so wolf number, blah, blah, blah. This iconic wolf of Yellowstone was just killed because he stepped outside of the boundary of the national park and into a plot of land that was legal for wolves to be taken. And a hunter got him. And it's like, it looks too much like my Malinois. Like nothing.
I mean, I love dogs.
Nothing inside of me wants to shoot a wolf or a coyote.
I
don't want to shoot coyotes either.
And I'm torn on that, man. Fucking coyotes massacred half my fucking chickens this summer, and those stupid chickens are my fucking pets. Like they got names, you know. And I
get it. Yeah, I get it. But would I shoot a coyote to preserve my chicken coop? Probably. Right?
Yeah, I mean, if I heard him in my yard, that coyote's getting smoked.
But at the same time, I wouldn't feel good about it.
Right.
Because it is.
I'm not celebrating.
No, that's Govin. That's Govin out in the woods.
That's
with
Phoebe.
Fucking, that's what they are.
Right. Yeah. And
people mistake him for a coyote all the time.
Hard subject. Wolf hunting is touchy, and like wolves are cool, man. They're fucking cool animals.
I would never want to kill a wolf. I would say like it's exactly what people like anti-hunters will say. Like I would rather watch them in the woods naturally than kill them, right?
Okay.
But now you got cattle ranchers that the packs are taking their animals and all that shit too.
And not just domesticated cattle though. Like unchecked wolf populations are decimating deer and elk.
Yeah.
In our state right here in Eastern Washington, like.
And again, dude. And that's why I would never be like those motherfuckers. We should fucking kill you. Like, because there's you get someone that's educated on the topic in here, and would run fucking circles around me.
Yeah,
because it is like I'm admitting it's an emotional response
for sure.
Why do you want to kill a dog?
Right,
I get it. Right.
And
now you can present all this data. I was like, well, look at all these families that are being affected. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these populations of deer. It's like, okay.
Well, and people's like anti-hunting, you hear a lot of this in the comments section. It's like they were here first. You're in their ecosystem.
I'm part of it.
You're playing God now. Blah blah blah. It's like that ship has fucking sailed. We as man on this continent, we already manage wildlife.
Well, bro, look at the. I always think about this when I'm out on the ocean, because when I'm out on the ocean fishing, dude, every single thing in the ocean is actively being hunted and hunting something else outside of an orca. Yeah. You know, that's the top of the food chain.
Oh, orcas hunt though, don't they?
No. I'm saying nothing hunts them.
Oh, gotcha.
Orcas will even kill great white sharks.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is fucking gnarly. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
But it makes you realize it's like, dude, Stop overthinking this. Everything on earth is eating everything on earth.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Right.
So when people go out and eat parts of planet Earth, you can't fucking be all sad about it. Everything on planet Earth is eating other, and bro,
Yeah.
even fungus
It's called the
and
circle of
moss and like fucking like
worms.
yeah, everything on Earth is eating everything else on Earth.
Right.
And here's another thing that I think is kind of crazy that people get like really fixated on, and this is because Burmese python and green iguana have now infested Florida, right? And they're an invasive species. And people are fucking like actively trying as hard as they can to decimate those populations. And I'm like, you call it an invasive species because we watched this thing happen during our lifetimes. Species have been migrating around planet Earth since the beginning of planet Earth.
Right.
And if iguana somehow ended up in Florida and now it's flourishing there, yeah, but it's eating these things that are affecting these toads. And it's like, that's nature will work all that out. I promise you.
It's kind of the same argument with global warming. That's a whole nother hot topic, you know.
Dude, I was watching, do you follow a dude named Modern Tarzan?
I don't think I follow him, but I've seen a couple of his.
He's always out
reels.
there fucking catching gators and crocodiles. And he's a cool page to follow. And he posted something last night or this morning. He's out in a canoe and he has a big pole and he's knocking green iguanas out of these trees and catching them.
Holy shit.
And he does it until he has like 7 iguanas in one hand. It's like, oh, you're not just like this reptile dude. You're like you're fast
a wild
twitch
animal.
muscle and your hand-eye coordinate. Like he trains jiu-jitsu and shit too. He's a good
shit.
He's a good athlete.
Oh,
really
that's cool.
good athlete, right? But to watching him snapping these iguanas out of the trees and catching every single one.
Damn, that's like, wild.
Dude.
That's wild shit.
But you can't win, right? Because on one hand, it's like people in the comments are like, leave them alone, you know? And then other people are like, dude, they're an invasive species. It's like, I've landed on what I feel about animals ethically is how I will apply it in my life, but I'm not going to fucking judge other people, man.
Yeah, same.
Like some human beings probably have to eat elephant. Like I don't fucking know.
Right. Yeah, same. Hunting is just, people either love it and they participate in it or they think it's disgusting and shouldn't be allowed.
I don't think you can call hunters disgusting unless you're vegan. You know what I'm saying? If you use any type of animal product, you understand exactly what I was just saying. The circle of life eats life.
Yeah.
It's like, are you driving a vegan car? Are you driving, like, you know what I'm saying?
We all know that's not a lot of vegan. They're not all vegans. They're arguing too. It's like, motherfucker, you eat meat.
That's what I'm saying. Like as soon as you own a podcast studio where there's leather chairs, then don't get on me about hunting a fucking deer.
Right. I mean, that's at
I
the end
harvest
of the day,
my leather from a different place than you harvest yours.
Right.
That's it, dude.
And I mean, wild game, like me, it's a personal choice. It's a lifestyle that I live, hunting and doing this. Like if I could, I'd eat wild game and fish every day. You're not always successful, and I won't compromise on the quality of food that I'm willing to eat. So, I mean, I've got a freezer full of beef that comes from a local ranch that's like grass-fed, ethically raised animals. Like I just made a decision a while back to kind of opt out of mass-produced meat. And, you know, it can be a challenge at times, but
and that's the thing. I don't think that's an option for everybody.
It's
at least
not.
where they're at in
I
their life right
understand
now.
that.
So again,
I understand that. Yeah.
I can't
I'm
fucking
blessed
judge.
to be able to make that decision, but
that's the thing, man. Like these people that think a hunter is bad, go and look at what's happening in these fucking pig farms.
yeah,
Right? It's
chicken
like
farms, pig
it's
farms.
like a horror story, bro.
It's terrible,
right?
man.
And then go out and hunt a pig with my buddy Joshua in Hawaii and see what animal probably lived a better life.
Yeah.
Come on.
What lived a better death?
And a better death. And here's the thing too. Cam Haines always referenced this. He's like, dude, life doesn't end like a Disney fair. Or no, I shouldn't say Disney because Disney always has dark shit happen to people. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
So that's not
true.
that wasn't a good analogy. But typically when an animal loses its life in the wild, it gets taken by predators or fucking freezes to death or something traumatic happens.
Right.
It's not like
It's
it
not
dies.
a gentle
it
death
dies
with
in
its family
It
surrounding
dies in
it.
its sleep one night.
Right.
And I remember when I was a little boy, and I lived in Alaska. I lived on. My dad was a commercial fisherman. There were certain places that I could go and just sit and observe life taking place, like underneath the docks.
Yeah.
And you could watch these schools of fish. You could watch these other fish come in and fucking like come up from the bottom and grab other fish. And I was trying to jig. I had a little hook on a string, and I was trying to snag one of these. They were like a little smelt or sardine or something.
Yeah.
And I would snag it. And there was times when I couldn't get the fish, but it just like nicked a fin or something. Bro, the moment that the fish isn't swimming in perfect alignment with the rest of the school, a predator would come up from below and snatch it.
Dude.
And it was like, oh, fuck, dude.
What a life lesson.
The moment you are not optimally performing,
The moment you're compromised.
the moment you're compromised, you're eaten.
Damn.
And I was like 8 years old or something, right?
What a fucking good lesson,
and
dude.
it was like, this is fascinating. That's a fucking microcosm of the whole world.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's awesome.
Until now. Because even human beings up until 100 years ago, bro, if your shit didn't work and you couldn't go out and make stuff happen and you couldn't provide,
You're
catastrophic consequences.
Yeah.
Right?
You're not making it through the winter.
Dude, that's why Biden said there would be a winter of death coming. Hopefully we still get one of those.
Fuck. I'm waiting.
Like the grid to go down for a winter.
God. Just thin the herd a little bit.
And then,
But man,
like Sean Baker said, when the apocalypse happens, eating humans is not off the table.
Oh God, dude. That's fucking gnarly. Fuck.
Dude, I'm reading a story, The Lost City of Z. Have you ever heard of that?
I think I saw the movie
It's explorers that went into the Amazon to look for things. And they ran out of food and ended up eating like their handbags and their leather shoes.
Fuck.
Like mixed with herbs from the jungle. And it's
there's
like
plenty of stories throughout like history, like armies crossing frozen areas or like settlers in the American West getting trapped and boiling their belts and shoes and making fucking broth out of it and trying anything to survive.
That's why, dude, when my kids say, I'm hungry, I say,
You don't know hunger.
You've never felt hunger, right? And then I say, and neither have I. And that's coming from someone that's done long fasts too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm hungry, but I'm in bed and there's food in my fridge. You still...
I'm not worried about the wolves outside.
Yeah, you are not reaching a level that really even constitutes as hunger. Because, bro, like that's one thing I love about watching Naked and Afraid and Alone.
Oh, Alone's so good.
Alone's definitely better, but even there are cool episodes of Naked and Afraid where people go through this emotional odyssey, because they do not have the resources that makes their body feel like it's in any type of stasis, you know. And to me, that's fascinating.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I always think, man, every time I watch someone have like an emotional outburst or like you can see their resolve to keep wanting to win start to dwindle. It's like, what would I do if I was there?
Yeah.
And it's easy to sit in your bed and be like, I do this and I do
Quarterback
this.
and Monday morning quarterback.
And it's like, but how are you really going to persevere in something gnarly?
Especially in the moment, man.
Well, and that's one of the reasons I want to do this row. I want to do something gnarly.
Yeah.
Just gnarly, dude. And
that will be gnarly.
Yeah, it will be fucking gnarly.
So like I said to you last night, I was, I forget who I was talking to about it, but I was like, Craig rowing on his little rower right now for an hour or whatever you're doing a day.
Yeah.
You're going to look back on that after your trip
and just
you're
that
gonna
was nothing.
That was fucking nothing. I was out of my mind if I thought that was like making a dent in preparation.
So check this out.
Like you need to sit on that thing for like 10 hours straight.
Yeah,
dude.
bro. I just listened. I scheduled a Zoom call. This is what's cool about the internet. I talk shit on the internet all the time. I found the guy that set the solo world record from fucking Europe to America on a solo rowboat. It's the same boat that I'm buying, condensed down to a one-seater.
Holy shit.
Right? Took him 111 days. And I listened to a podcast with him yesterday, reached out to him on Instagram and said, hey, can I schedule you for 1 hour of your time on a Zoom call? And I'm happy to pay you whatever you would like. I mean, your time is valuable. I'm not diminishing that. But I'm putting a journey together and I want to have an hour of picking your brain about lessons learned. He goes, fuck yeah, mate. Well, how's Thursday morning work for you? So
nice.
That's coming up, right?
Dude, that's awesome.
But it's, yeah, dude, there's something about just fucking going out into the unknown that I need to experience again.
Yeah.
And this guy said every morning, he'd wake up every morning before he left for his journey and he'd look himself in the mirror and he'd say, the trip is going to be so much more unimaginably worse than you think it's going to be. Do you understand that? It's going to be so much worse than you can fucking even comprehend.
Like you can't fathom.
You can't
what
fathom
you're about to
how
fucking
bad
go through.
It will be.
Right.
You can't fathom it.
Man, what
and
a
dude, and
what a
he's-
message to
yeah,
tell yourself.
And he said, then when I was out there and it was I was dark in the fucking like, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, all these things. And he said, told you, motherfucker.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
dude.
I told you.
Damn.
And so I was like, what a good lesson to tell yourself. And here's the thing, it's not like coming from a place of poor me, it's going to be so bad. He's like, I'm preparing you to understand something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I got to start saying that.
Man, what is it about guys like us that like, shit, this sucks?
Well, bro, it's funny because Jenny was listening to this the tail end of the podcast with me, right?
Yeah.
And the host goes, well, you got the world record. How does it feel? And he goes, well, like right when I landed, I felt joy. I was happy. My family was there. I completed a goal and it was cool. But it wasn't very long before I was like, well, what's next? And Jenny looks at me and shakes her head, right? Because exactly that.
She knows what's coming.
Well, what is next?
What are you going to do next year, motherfucker?
Well, dude, and here's the thing, man. Getting to be an Army Ranger deployed to combat a lot was a pretty exciting thing to experience in my
can
youth.
only imagine.
Right? And I'm not one of those guys that's like stuck being a Ranger. Like, I don't think much of that experience has much relevancy in my life anymore, but it was still something wild to do. And bro, jiu-jitsu, becoming a black belt and that journey to black belt really filled that void for needing to chase something wild. It does.
I
man.
think it's I 100% agree. And I think it's like it's a fix.
It's
for your addiction.
Bro, we're
It's
drug
like,
addicts.
Oh, 100%.
And jiu-jitsu's our drug.
100%.
But it was
And bow hunting, I'm double fucked.
But the thing is, I went through, like, we all competed in April together.
Yeah.
And I did very well that day. And bro, that lit a fire in me for jiu-jitsu. And then I trained with Adam Wrzinski, and then we trained with Lovato.
It's
and it
been
was like
an epic fucking year of jiu-jitsu.
and I was like very, very inspired to want to, like, I need to take jiu-jitsu so much further.
Same.
Right?
Same.
And then I'm just dealing with this injury. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I had to pull out of a tournament. And it's like, I go back and forth on what does longevity with jiu-jitsu look like? Because bro, jiu-jitsu always hurts you.
Yeah.
It always hurts you. And we already talked about at the beginning of the show. You're like, my body feels so good.
Yeah.
And that's going out in the woods and kicking your shit in.
Yeah, kicking my shit in. Like, and I mean, I'm not saying I'm like the best fucking elk hunter that's ever lived. I'm novice at fucking best. There's dudes out there in the social media space who are fucking gods at this shit. You know, they're specimens physically, they're accomplished hunters. But I go out there and I fucking get after it, dude. And like, there are days out there humping around where my knees hurt, my hips hurt. I'm fucking tired. I haven't slept enough. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? You know? And I'll be walking around. I'm like, this fucking, like, I'm up there doing what I love, but this fucking sucks, you know? And there's definitely moments of like, dude, I want to quit. I just want to hike down off this hill and go sleep for 2 days and eat, you know? But I fucking love it at the same time. And it's like mentally pushing through a hard thing like that is so fucking rewarding. And then, you know, bow hunting goes from boring as fuck, 0 miles an hour to 100 miles an hour all the fucking sudden.
Yeah.
And like, and to me that like rush is just, that's why you're out there doing it, man.
And then carrying your kill out.
Yeah, if you're
I'm
successful.
telling you, when I carried a button buck out.
Yeah.
But it was just me carrying a full animal for a long ways.
Yeah.
Up some big hills.
Is that the one you Cam Haynes over your shoulders?
Yes, dude.
Dude,
Bro,
I did that once too.
I'm not exaggerating. I'm not trying to sound dramatic. I mean, I bet my heart rate was at 185, bro.
Dude, that is fucking hard as shit.
It was the hardest CrossFit workout I've ever fucking done. And I just kept telling myself, like, dude, this is where doing all the shit that you do to be a tough person is being tested.
You're applying it now.
Yeah, you're applying it.
You're applying
So
all
are you
your
going to make
training.
it? Because, bro, it was some steep terrain where I'd climb and lose my footing and slide back down.
Yeah.
And there was like thick bushes. And I'm just like, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When I'm in full on break brush mode, I don't give a fuck what's in front of me. Blackberries.
tearing through
Let's
it,
go,
dude.
motherfucker.
Yeah, tearing the fuck through
Jenny's told me before. She's like, watching you go through the forest when you're in that like break brush mode is like, most people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and
Yeah.
I learned that from being a ranger. Like you're patrolling in the middle of the night and shit's getting you tangled up. And it's just like,
Smash through
you
it.
have to get to a point where you don't fucking care.
I mean, I learned
just
about
don't care,
how
bro.
to do that through land surveying. It's like I'm drawing a topographical map of the ground, and just because it's bushy doesn't mean that I don't have to walk through there. You know,
And people that are listening are like, I thought you were supposed to be silent when you were a patrol. Yeah, sometimes.
sometimes.
And the other times you're trying to get from point A
haul
to
ass,
point B, and
dude.
you're hauling ass.
Same thing.
Exactly.
So same thing. It's taken me a couple years to, like, I would say the last 2 years, man, I really fucking honed hunting elk. And next year I'm trying to go out of state and I want to shoot a really big bull. And I feel like everything is starting to align to do that because I'm starting to figure this shit out.
Will you
right?
still do your local hunt?
Yes, 100%. So I'm gonna go
Okay.
on a fucking like month-long
So
elk
are
hunting
other
bender,
states, you can line up the seasons so you can get both? then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's rad.
I think I do like the first opening 5 days here in Washington. And then hopefully me and a couple other dudes, we're going to saddle up and go to Idaho or Montana.
Do you have any connections or ideas on what you want to hunt or where you want to hunt?
Not yet. And I
Okay.
think we're straight up doing like internet research right now. We're going to find like an outfitter service and do what's called a drop camp. So
Okay.
it's like a fraction of they're not guiding you per se. They basically give you a spot to camp on usually private land. And they're
Well,
like,
I'm not
they'll
gonna.
go that
I'm
way.
not gonna
Go.
say anything live because I can't have 1,400 people because that's how many downloads this will get. No, I'll tell. I got an idea for you.
All right.
Someone I might be able to connect you to.
For sure. But yeah, next year I definitely want to try to kill 2 bulls. I forgot I was going somewhere with that and I completely forgot. And we were talking about
I was talking about how you have to learn in the woods. Sometimes you push hard, sometimes you pull back.
yeah, being quiet
And that's what you said.
Yeah,
You said, yeah, and that applies to the actual hunt
So
too.
it applies to hunting elk. So I find elk. And this year I didn't shoot anything, but it's not because I had 4 very close encounters that someone of Cam Haynes's caliber probably could have shot an animal, you know, like small little things I should have done or didn't do that, you know, should have been a tag punch. But anyways, I can find the animals usually and I get on them. And it's from hunting very aggressively. Like if you don't know where they are, you got to find them, right? And that could be, hey, I left them last night and they're in this patch of timber. You can go back the next morning and odds are they're going to be in the general area and you can start hunting them. But sometimes you're back to square one, whether they get blown out of there from pressure or they just moved off in the nocturnal hours and they're not there anymore. So my key to success has literally been hike your ass off, just like I'm moving through the woods. I am aggressively covering terrain, not on trails. I'm like reading topography on Onyx and covering miles, and then you find them, and then there's all sorts of things that come into play. You know, calling this last year, I think I really have learned to call elk is a really tough thing to do, And so many guys go out there and they try and they don't have any success. And that was me for a long time. But
well, I mean, I would imagine, because I've never done this, but if you're learning to do the bugle on some type of animal call,
yeah,
how do you really get good at it?
exactly.
Other than communicating with other animals.
You're trying to impersonate nature.
It's like you can't really practice that in your back. I mean, certainly you can practice it.
Your neighbor's like, what the fuck is that noise? All your animals are losing their shit, dude. Yeah. But yeah, it's you literally have to try and fail.
Well, dude, I want to hear, because I mean, we've already been talking an hour and 20 minutes, because you kind of glossed over it. You're like, hey, I had a really good hunt this year.
Yeah.
But I made some mistakes.
Yeah, oh boy.
Let's talk. I want to hear about this year's hunt, dude.
Let me just, I'll kind of lead you through chronologically the encounters I had, because each story is really fucking cool. So the night before Thursday night, Saturday morning's the opener. Thursday night, I'm out hiking around getting SIM cards. I'm pulling SIM cards for all our game cameras, and it's like Christmas back at camp, showing the boys on a laptop what we can hunt. And I'm heading back down the mountain, and the sun's going down. And it's just fuck. I actually pulled my phone out and made a video. I was like, it's fucking just beautiful evening, man. The sky is just orange and pink, and the sun's going down, and it's still summer. Like I'm in a t-shirt, fucking sweating my ass off coming down this hill. I don't have to be back to work for 3 fucking weeks. Like life is good, you know? And I'm hiking down the hill, and several hundred yards down below me, here's some cows, some elk walking up the hill. I was like, no shit, that's cool. I mean, I'm not in hunt mode. I'm like, there's some elk, you know, that's pretty fucking neat. Just seeing animals. I fucking love it. And they see me and they turn and they hook into the tree line and take off. And I was like,
does that type of pressure start to put them on their heels a little bit, or is it when you start slinging arrows?
It depends. It's not even slinging arrows. I think it's enough dudes. When you sneak on an animal, they don't like that shit.
Yeah, it goes back to what we talked about.
Like we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
So, you know, if you're just diddy bopping through the woods, and where I hunt, it's a popular I got some nasty hellholes I go into and I find the animals, but the surrounding area is pretty fucking touristy. Like there's tons of mountain bikers and fucking hikers. And
okay, so human encounters aren't.
It's not out of the norm.
For them.
And they cross the fucking road, and it's like, it's not out of the norm for these animals to see people. But when you're in camo and you're creeping the fuck up towards them, and you're like, I'm gonna get you, you know, they sense that.
Yeah,
you know,
my full Sitka gear, brother.
Sitka master race, dude. All you fucking weird KU guys.
I think, was it Folk that had a KU coat, and you said, "Oh, I didn't realize you were poor."
All the gear, honestly, man, all the gear is good nowadays. It's just I like to talk shit. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Sitka just released is an ultra thin mosquito hoodie.
I have it.
It's the best shirt.
The best shirt.
It's the best shirt I own.
Best hunting shirt I've ever owned. Like I'm gonna buy 3 more of them,
bro. Because
the anti-odor thing in it alone, I wore that fucker for 4 days straight. And when I finally took it off, and I was like, yeah, it stinks, but I went 4 days with it, and I rinsed off in the creek and let it line dry, and I wore it again.
Yeah, and it's comfortable.
It's comfortable.
You know what? I actually am thinking that might be a good shirt for the row.
Yeah,
you know, because it's long sleeve.
Make sure it's at what do they call SPF.
It will. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
but regardless, I put that thing on and went out to my range. And there's a season, I already forget what it is, like I think early summer, where the mosquito, there's like fucking
they're gnarly
swarms, dude.
Yeah.
And they weren't fucking with me. And I was like, this is magical.
A good piece of gear.
It's probably going to give me fucking mesothelioma or something.
Whatever. Like the burn pits in Iraq.
Yeah.
So anyways, I see these elk. I'm like, fucking cool, dude. And I'm excited. I pull my bugle tube out. I'm like, I'm just going to rip bugle and see what happens. And I bugle. And this fucking bull, like 500 yards up the hill, bugles back. I'm like,
I'm doing it.
No fucking way. I'm like, one, there's a bull right like a mile behind my camp. And I'm like, do
the cows make any noise?
They do. They bark and they chirp and they make fucking crazy noises.
But you can tell the difference.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then you can actually tell how big a cow is by the bark and the noises they make. And it's funny. They've got this bark. It literally sounds like a cartoon animal saying bark. And it's like their alert sound. It's fucking strange. Weird
Dude,
noises.
I've heard the deer bark, and
Yeah.
it's weird, man.
Yeah.
And I had one barking at me that I had wounded that I was tracking,
Oh, shit.
like jumping up, and it's like it's kind of eerie.
Yeah. Have you heard bears talk to each other?
No.
That's fucking weird too, man. I've heard bears like barking at each other, and it's strange. It's almost like dogs, and they're like extra huffy and wheezy about it. It's fucking weird. So anyways, this bull bugles, and I'm like, fucking rad. I bugle again, and another bull downhill from me, like eighth of a mile away, hard to say, starts bugling. And I'm like, this is the shit dreams are. That is what elk hunters fucking dream of, dude. Fucking bugle fest. They aren't being hunted yet. Like, it's fucking Christmas Eve, boys.
Well, bro, the fact that, again, I know nothing about elk hunting, but if one is bugling back at you and then another one chimes in,
right.
you're doing something right.
Right. So,
and it's also going to be, now it's going to be more difficult for them to be like, wait, something sounds off.
yeah.
Because you're having a natural back and forth now.
Dude, and I learned, this trip taught me some crazy lessons about bull behavior. So that happened, and then the night of opening day, I'm up above the tree line, kind of camping at my honey hole, and I knew that there were elk in the timber down below me, and I wanted them to come up. Like, it's really thick down there, and the sun was going down, and I start bugling, and the bull down below me, he's bugling back, and for like an hour, like he'll bugle, I bugle, and I can hear him breaking brush, and like, they're a horse with antlers, man. So you can hear them fucking walking up the hill towards you.
Is the bugling between bulls just simply all territorial, like stay the fuck away from me?
It's multiple things. It could be, so they'll do what's called a location bugle, and it'll be a younger bull or an older bull saying, "Hey, where is everybody? I want to group up with you guys. Where is everyone?"
Okay.
And then they'll have territorial communication. Like when two bulls start bugling at each other, it's kind of posturing. One usually has females, and the other one wants the females or just wants to hang out with the group. So they'll communicate to each other, and they're communicating size and maturity, and they'll start moving into each other. And this will play into my encounters this year. One of them usually stays put, or sometimes they meet in the middle, and they're very, they want to see the other bull. So it's posturing. It's like, "Hey, like, what's up, dude? Who are you?" And they usually use like a piece of terrain, whether it's a tree line or a clearing or a drainage or something. And they won't necessarily come together, lock horns and spar. That will happen when they start rutting. Like, they will literally fight for the females and, smash the fuck out of each other. And that's really cool to see. But most of the time they just want to visually cue, right? So this bull down below, this bull's bugling, this bull comes up. And if he doesn't see this other bull at the hang up point, it's like a piece of terrain that he's like, "Hey, I'm not coming any further. I need to see you." He'll turn around and walk away, or he'll see that bull and then
just making sure you're not picking a fight with Brock Lesnar.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And then they'll, do like posturing. They'll fucking piss on stuff. They'll rake trees. Like, I know you've seen deer rubs, but like elk rubs, dude, are fucking crazy. They'll like demolish a little 2-3 inch tree. So that exact thing was happening the first night of the hunt. I've got an arrow knocked. The sun is going, last legal shooting light is like, I got minutes, right? And this bull, it took him an hour, and he finally broke the tree line. And I see him just like, he's like slowly walking behind these trees 50 yards from me. I'm like, it's over. I can't shoot. I was praying for some moonlight. I was like, God damn it, dude. But it's opening night, so I'm not too worried about just this encounter is cool. So I was like just living in the moment. I just want to see how close this bull was going to get. Came to 10 yards.
Oh, fuck.
10 fucking yards, bro. He walked straight up the hill. He kept this tree in between us, and I just see his fucking antlers get bigger, and I'm kneeling down behind this little stump, and he came within 10 yards. I've got audio of him. I have my phone out, and he just fucking bugles 10 yards from me.
But it's so dark.
It was not legal shooting light. And even if I wanted to bend the rules, it was so dark I couldn't see my pins.
I see. Yeah.
You know, those fiber optics, they pretty good, but man, you still need a little light. And it was like 8:30 and sun was well down.
Yeah.
But what a cool experience, man. I could hear him breathing and grunting as he came up the hill. And he just stood there and he like straight up like looked around like, where the fuck is everybody? And he finally, I think he saw me or he fucking winded me or something. He just like looked down like, what the fuck are you? And he turned around, bam, 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 down in the tree line. And I was like, fuck, that was so cool, dude, man. All right. We're in it, boys. That's day one.
Yeah.
You know? And then,
something I've noticed on several trips is like, and me and Zach used to say, like, there's no more, do not take a lesser buck because it's day one, because you're hopeful for a bigger one.
don't ever pass on anything you'll shoot last day.
Yeah, so that's okay.
That's
exactly
the saying.
That's the way to word it, right?
That's the way
you
to
learn that lesson early on.
You learn that the hard way.
Because, dude, there's and I don't know if it's just because the pressure's being put on the animals, so encounters can become less and less.
Oh, for sure.
But I've seen time and time again, the first day out there, a lot of times you see the most shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say first and kind of last days are the best. Yeah. So that was first day. I'm all excited and, see elk, see cows here and there over the next few days. And then I'm in a different area and I had gone back to base camp and I was like, all right, Jake, we're going to go hunt this particular piece of terrain that we like. And, we head in. I mean, it's 4 a.m. We're heading in, headlamps, hiking up the hill. And I get up above and he's like, a quarter mile, half mile away down the mountain from me. And we're in timber and brush country. And long story short, I pick up on their trail. They're up in this meadow and there's like a herd of them. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like I smelled them. It rained the night before, so tracking was super easy. I'm like, oh, a fucking herd of horses just walked through here like moments ago. Like the grass is turned over. There's fucking dry dirt in the footprints. It's like, I'm right here. And when the wind's right, man, you can smell elk unlike anything fucking else. When you smell them, you're like, you better start hunting because you're on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're here. I'm like, okay. So I text my buddy, and OnX is like a fucking cheat code, dude, when it works. When you have cell service, OnX is a fucking cheat code in the woods. I text him coordinates. I'm like, the elk are right here. I want you to come in 500 yards below him and start hunting up this drainage, and I'm going to push him down, and one of us is going to get a fucking shot. Glorious setup, right? And I bugle because I'm like, there's a bull in here somewhere, but I need to pinpoint where he is. This motherfucker bugles back immediately. I'm like, fucking jack, dude. And he's close. He's like within 100 yards. But again, I mean, it's like kind of meadowy grass, but like pine trees, and it's fucking thick in there. Your shots are like 20, 30 yard shots. Okay. It's not like you're ripping 50, 60s through these trees. It is close. So you got to get real close. And they start moving. They start feeding down the hill towards them. And I'm like, hey, man, they're coming right to you. Where are you? Like, they're on the move. And he's like, oh, I'm lost in the sauce. I think I'm over here somewhere. I was like, fucking haul ass. Get to that fucking point. Like, now, move. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, I can't wait. So I start moving in, right? I want my buddy to be successful as much as I do, but I really want to shoot a bull. And I'm bugling and like, I'm kind of sneaking because I don't know exactly where they are. I'm kind of up above on the shelf and they're heading down this drainage. And he bugles. I'm like, oh, they're on this drainage right here. So I'm like, I got to get in close to him. So I start bugling, and you're not sneaking now. I'm trying to imitate an elk, and I'm stomping my feet and I'm bugling, coming down the hill. And I'm like, fuck, they're right here somewhere. And I look on my shoulder, and here's this fucking spike 30 yards away over my left shoulder. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I like take a knee, and this spike's like, fuck you. And he bolts. I'm like, oh, no. Like,
was he the one bugling?
No. But if one of them run, the odds are a bunch of them are gonna be like, oh, are we doing this? Okay.
And you can't shoot spike anymore.
No, not spike. No,
Okay.
you can't shoot. Yeah, you can only shoot a bull. And I've killed enough elk now where it's like I only want to shoot a bull. I knock an arrow and I take a knee, and all this happens so quick. Right below, like 20 yards below the spike, was the herd bull. And this dude was, I mean, jacked bull, man. Nice 5x5 drop tines, fucking the whole 9 yards, man. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I've got a tree in between us. I'm kneeling in some huckleberry. He turns and he walks. He thought I was a bull. And I bugle behind this tree, and he's kind of broadside, but he's through a bunch of shit. Like a rifle would have been game over, right?
So what's he at now? 60 or
No,
something?
no, like 35 yards.
35.
And he turns and he walks broadside from me, and he's just on the other side of this little wash, and like,
just too thick a brush to take it.
yeah,
take the shot.
I
Okay.
couldn't fling an arrow through it. Maybe someone more skilled would have risked it, but it was, I fucked that scenario up enough over the years. I was better off not shooting, and I've wounded animals before, like archers do.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's the
past
worst.
that point in
It's
my
the worst.
fucking hunting career. Like I will give up an opportunity before I wound a fucking animal.
Mm-hmm.
So all that said, he turns broadside, and this is forever seared in my fucking memory, dude. It was so awesome. He turns and like looks in my direction and just
It's like out of
fucking
Jurassic Park.
yeah, dude, fucking full on bugle, dude. And I'm 30 yards away, and it just like you could feel it in your lungs. They're like, holy shit. And he turns around and he raked this fucking little 2-inch fir tree to death. Like almost raked it out of the ground. He's fucking and like snorting and kicking the ground and just like he thought it was another male coming in. He's like, these cows are fucking mine, motherfucker. And he like full on like display, and then he turned and just walked. And the other elk were feeding and they were walking away. So it was like that moment in time closed. But man, it was so fucking cool, dude. Like short of shooting one, that was just an awesome encounter.
If you get on the herd, and that was like shortly after first light, was it early? Did I?
Yeah, it was still pretty early. It was like 8 a.m.
So
something like that.
Do you then attempt to pursue that herd all day?
Situational dependent. So how quick are they moving, and where are they going to? And then, how quick can you move? You can't, the odds of you like following directly behind them and fucking catching up is they walk so fast when they're just moseying. Like they're not being chased. They just walk, and in 20 minutes, they'll cover ground that takes you an hour.
Okay.
Like,
So
easily.
then it's pursuing them's just going to spook them potentially. So
Yeah, you don't want to pursue so hard or directly.
Okay.
So, and you got to play the wind, right? So you're like, okay, they're heading down to that clump of timber down in this valley or whatever, but the wind's blowing downhill, and they're going to see me cross this open space. So maybe I need to stay in the tree line I'm in, drop way down in this valley, get below the wind, get to that tree line that they're in, come up a fucking mile below them. And then maybe you got to ambush them at the end of the day.
Okay.
Like
so that's why you're putting in 90 miles.
Yes.
Because it's a constant game of terrain versus wind.
Yep. And then just because you found them doesn't mean you can fucking walk up to them, take a shot. Mm-hmm. Like you're like, fuck, they're downwind from me in this thick, nasty patch of shit. You just walk in there and you blow them out of there, and then you're fucked.
Well, and something I've noticed about, again, very rudimentary understanding of winds, but you would think that there would be like patterns of wind that would maintain some type of consistency.
for sure. Yeah.
Dude, but sometimes it just seems like it's going back and
Yes,
forth.
and there's
and it's like,
micro
dude,
terrain inside of terrain features.
And so it's like,
oh my God.
There's been times when I feel like I'm almost in a fishbowl, and the water's just, the water is the wind, and it's just kind of sloshing back and forth.
Or you use like, I don't know if you use one of those wind checkers like that, the chalk and the squeeze bottle type thing. Oh, dude, game changer. But
Okay.
you like, it's like super fine, like talcum powder, and you just squeeze it into the air and it kind of hangs. And you can literally see wind speed and direction. with
Okay.
it.
That's cool.
It's fucking awesome to have in your kit. So I use that like a motherfucker, and it's like, oh, the elk are downwind for me.
So correct me if I'm wrong though. Like you do a wind reading and you start your movement, and then halfway through it, the wind changes.
Stop, back out.
But that's a common thing.
Oh, all the time.
Okay. That's what I figured.
Or like I said earlier, you get micro terrain. It's like, okay, we're moving laterally across this mountain, but there's a drainage and a cliff inside of this little fucking piece of topography,
So it's
and the
flowing
wind is fucking swirling around that thing and shit. So the wind is like half your battle, man.
And I'm actually feeling why you're kind of addicted to this now.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty comprehensive game.
It's
that's being played.
Dude, it is fucking chess. Like, it is so and I think the hardest thing mentally is like, they're right there and you can't fucking go in there and try.
Uh-huh. So
And,
it's exercising
ask me
skill
how I know.
and patience.
Yeah. Because it's taken me a better part of a decade to learn, like, oh, I can't just tromp in there after them. I'm going to blow them out of there and they're going to be 5 miles away.
Yeah.
So, and then another close encounter I had was like several days had gone by. Actually, I went back up to this one ridge line, got busted by some elk. I was sneaking in to shoot this bear, saw this tank of a bear, sneaking in and take a shot on him. And there was this group of elk standing behind this tree line that I just didn't see. They were standing in the wide open feeding in daylight hours, didn't know they were there, and they stampede down the hill. I'm just like, wow, fuck my life. All right.
Yeah.
That sucks. And there were several days where it's like, we didn't see anything. No one in camp saw any elk. And it's like, fuck, they're getting pressure and they're moving around. And I was like, I'm going to go to this clear cut where I had them on camera like almost every night before season started. And it's only like a 15-minute walk from the truck from the pavement. Is down pretty low. Mm-hmm. And mentally you're like, well, I'm putting in all these miles. They got to be way up here over the fucking ridge and in this hellhole. And it's like, they're wild animals. They could be anywhere. And they literally will see tracks 200 yards behind our camp that they walk by in the middle of the night. They could be anywhere, anytime. So it's kind of weird for me to mentally be like, I'm going to go hunt a spot that's 15 minutes from the paved road, Anyway, so I do that. I go set up and I call for like 2 hours. I'm bugling, and you kind of start out slow when there's no elk around. You don't just immediately sound like two bulls fighting. You like kind of work into it. It's like slow play. You're like, hey, where is everybody? Anybody around? Anybody here? It's just me. Look what I'm doing. And you like kind of build momentum.
And what are you between calls? Like 10 minutes or something?
When I first start, like one every half hour.
Okay.
And it depends how patient and how long I'm sitting there. That's another thing I learned this year too. If you're going to sit and call somewhere, buddy, park your ass and fucking stay there. Because I think these animals take hours to come in. And guys are like, I'm on these Facebook hunting threads, and guys are like, I walked around all day bugling and didn't hear or see anything. And it's like, most of these encounters I have, it's taken them hours to come in to my position. So I was trying to be patient, but it was tired. I was due for a rest day. It was like the middle of the trip. And I bugle for a couple hours, man. I'm fucking raking trees with a branch and like stomping my feet. I got tired. It was fucking exhausting trying to sound like a fucking elk, dude. Yeah. Like my hands are blistered from fucking holding a stick and raking trees. And I go on for a good hour and a half. And I'm like, okay, man. My inner bitch started getting the best of me. It's like, let's go back to camp and get comfortable. So I ruck up and big clear cut, and I'm walking downhill, and the terrain's pretty steep, and then it shelves and then it drops down again. And I'm just hugging the tree line, and I'm fucking walking down the hill, bow in one hand, no arrow knocked, stomping my feet. And I like kind of look down, and as I look up again, like 50, 60 yards in front of me, this fucking giant rack just fucking broadside like swoops out of the tree line.
Same bull, do you think? Or can you tell?
I know this was a different. Well, actually, this bigger bull might have been the same bull, but the curious thing was he was all by himself.
Okay,
which kind of indicates that, because that other mature bull I saw, he was running that herd.
So he's not. He's not going to give his.
It would be odd. Something odd would have happened for him to be alone. So I think this was a different bull, and just a bruiser, dude. I mean, gorgeous fucking dark antlers of fucking white tips. It's like iconic bull elk, right? And I'm like, holy fuck. And I'm like pretty much in the wide open, and I dove for the nearest fucking tree. I'm talking launch like I was blasting a fucking double leg for this fucking tree, dude, and like hit the ground. My fucking binos fall out of my chest harness. They're like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh. And I like poke my head up above the brush line, and I see this bull like look up, like, what the fuck was that? And he like straight up like looks around and then just puts his head down, goes back to feeding. I'm like, okay, get it together, dude. Got to get your rangefinder out. He's like 60 yards or so, and he's like broadside behind this fucking stump, and he's feeding and he's walking into the fucking wide open. I'll skip ahead a little bit and say what I should have done was just kept my shit together and stay hidden behind this tree and waited for him to walk by. It would have been like a 10-yard chip shot. He would have never known what hit him. I see this bull and I'm like, it's do or die. I was panicking because the wind was at the back of my neck.
Okay.
So I was like, fuck, I'm on borrowed time, dude. I got to make something happen right now. So I'm arrow knocked. I'm on a knee behind this fucking tree. I got solid cover. I'm behind this 18-inch wide tree, some huckleberry, and he can't see me. Got my rangefinder out, the one that you gave me, by the way. Shout out Vortex. It makes sick gear, dude. And I like lean out behind this tree. I'm like, my hands are fucking shaking, dude. That arrow on the tip of my bow is like fucking rattling. Like, this was a big bull, dude, and I lost my shit.
Oh, man.
I basically lost my fucking shit. Everything that I know went out the fucking window. I'm like trying to range him. I'm like, everything but the bull, the stick in front of me, the stump behind him. I'm like 10 yards, 30 yards, 80 yards. I'm like, fuck. I finally literally went fuck and threw my fucking rangefinder. It's on a lanyard, so it's like yo-yoing. I'm like, okay, he's 35 yards. I'm just gonna put the 30 on him and just fucking smoke him. So I stand up. I'm fully standing up behind this tree, and there's branches coming off it. So I need to move like a solid 3-4 feet from behind this tree to get a fucking shot, right? And he's got
I feel the nerves right now. Just from hearing the story, dude. My chest is tightening up.
So he's got his head down. He's like broadside, almost quartering to me, head down, mowing on some fucking grass, and watching his antlers while he's chomping away. And I'm like, I'm just gonna pie out from behind this tree, pull back and fucking smoke him. And I'm like doing all this at once. So I'm like literally pieing the fucking corner from behind this tree and pulling my string back, and I clear all the branches, and I'm almost back, and he fucking looks up at me like a fucking tractor beam, dude. And like we locked eyes. I was like, fuck, as I get back to my anchor point and I'm like settling in, dude. I needed like 2 seconds more. He just turns on a dime and goes chomp, chomp, chomp down behind the stump that he came out from behind of. And he was 30 yards, and now I have no fucking idea how far away he is. And I'm like, fuck, 60, he's 70 yards. And I fucking took an extremely reckless shot, dude. Like, I'm ashamed I even let this arrow fly, dude. And fucking let it fly. It sailed, but thank God, dude, it sailed over his back. And before the arrow even got there, he was like, bitch. And he just fucking, he boogied.
Okay.
His ass was gone before that arrow arced over where his back was just at.
So,
and then
if you had fully drawn back behind the tree
and just waited,
and then stepped out,
that would have
given you a little more of an advantage.
Yes, for sure. I mean, the pro move would have been to just stay put and let him feed on by you, which is how I've killed elk before. You know, I don't care how good your camo is. Like, Sika Master Race, dude, it's the fucking best. But at the end of the day, you're a human being standing in the open. These animals have good eyesight, and they fucking, they don't want to get killed and eaten at the end of the day. So anyways, he bolts, and I'm like, we're not done. And I fucking just turn, and the stand of trees he ran into, it's like, this timber patch is like 300 yards wide. And then there's this main hiking trail that's fucking a highway that goes up and down the mountain. It's a people trail. And I fucking just tear ass through the woods, dude. Like Last of the Mohicans, hopping over fucking logs, and fucking I bugle a couple times. And I'm like, just fucking smoked. I make it to this trail. I knock another arrow. I'm like, come on. Where you at? And I look, and I was like 5 seconds too late. I see his ass he had already crossed, and he just disappeared into the tree line. I almost fucking had him, dude. I did everything right after fucking it up. But man, it was heartbreaking. I mean, bow hunting, man, highs of highs and lows of fucking lows.
Yeah.
And I was like, I almost fucking cried. I'd hike back, get my fucking pack, and I was just like, what the fuck was that? I literally like hot washed myself, and I was like, you fucking idiot. That was amateur hour, man. You fucking have learned all those lessons before and you fucking blew it. Had to go back to camp, told the boys what happened. They're like, bro, calm down. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I get obsessed out there, dude.
Well, you got fucking, even after, you said 17 years or 13 years, like,
yeah, around there.
Buck fever is still a thing.
Still a thing, dude. And like, there's this guy, Joel Turner, who does this thing called shot IQ that I've been studying for the last year. And it's like this controlled shot process. Helped my target shooting like incredibly, dude. It's fucking awesome. All that shit went right out the window. When I saw this bull, I was like, I made every fucking mistake you could have made. At the end of the day, I was just happy I didn't fucking wound it.
Yeah.
You know, because I've done that before and it's fucking terrible.
No, I'm same, bro.
And then one last story. I know we're getting close for time, but the last day of the hunt, you know, everyone's tired. Everyone's grinding, but we're going home tomorrow. It's like, dude, this is D-Day, 11th hour. Let's fucking go.
And it happens.
Yeah. So everyone slept in. I got up. I put in, it was like 8 miles, did the whole morning hunt, aggressively covered terrain, didn't turn anything up. I'm like, dude, I just need a little bit of fucking luck right now. Like, come on, give me something. So I hike over. I hadn't even hunted this area yet. I hike over to where I shot last year's bull. And this is fucking nuts, dude. I stood in the exact same spot where I let my arrow fly last year. And I bugle. And about not even a minute later, this bull right below me bugles and walks straight up through the same stand of trees I smoked that bull last year. I was like, no fucking way, dude. I knock an arrow and I'm getting ready to fucking shoot, and he's fucking coming in screaming and fucking breaking branches and shit. And it happened so quick, I didn't have time to like offset where you call from where you shoot, like we were talking about earlier. And he came in right on top of me, and I just had to sit there on a knee, and fucking, he was like 25 yards. And I couldn't stand up to pull back. He would have just bolted. So again, I had to live in the moment and just watch him. He never knew I was there. He just turned around. He didn't see another bull, and he turned around, just walked down the hill, sombered on down the hill. And he goes down in the stand of trees. And it's like midday now. I'm like, I'll be back, motherfucker. So I hike all the way back out of camp, rally my fucking hunting partner. I get him all fucking jazzed up. I'm like, dude, this is a stud little bull up there. And while I was hiking down, something just spoke to me inside. Like, something was like, dude, you need to let Jake shoot this bull. Mm-hmm. Which is crazy because I'm fucking selfish about that shit. Right? Yeah. And hiking down, like, something was just calling to me. I was like, dude, you need to put Jake on this bull, because I've killed a couple bulls, and like, he's never been like face to face with one. I was like, you need to do that for him. So I go down, rally him. We hike back in. And by the end of the day, I had done 13 miles in and out in the morning, and then hunting this bull. We go right back to where we left him. Last light. I'm like, this is it, dude. Fucking over the top, boys. Last chance. And I start bugling, slow calls. And an hour and a half went by, and there was nothing. Like, the birds chirping. And I look over, and he's like, fucking around with his phone. I'm like, fuck. I could see the look on his face. He's like, you drugged me all the way up here, motherfucker. God damn it, you know. And I go to lean over to him and be like, sorry, bro. And all of a sudden that bull answers us, and he's fucking 300 yards below us in this fucking little meadow. And we're like, no fucking way. And like, for the next hour, we maneuvered on him, and like, I'm uphill and I'm fucking calling and breaking shit and trying to sound like an elk, and my buddy's maneuvering on him. And it was so rewarding to see the smile on his face. Like, every now and then when this bull would bugle, and he was like 50 yards from him at one point, he'd just look up at me with like this fucking glowing smile on his face. And it was like so fucking rewarding for me, dude, to see my buddy get to experience that. Because, man, that's what it's all about. That's what
you're out there looking for.
That's what it's all about. It's what you took time off work and left your family and spent money and hanging out with my ass for fucking 2 weeks.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Well, bro, that's exactly what I wanted to hear this morning.
Hell yeah.
Like your story got me all jacked up, dude.
Hell yeah.
And that's
dude.
what I want. I want.
It's a good distraction from all the shit.
No, I
dude.
just want people to fucking just feel some good emotions and hear some cool stories, and like, instead of it always being about the shit that's bothering us. And so
There's so much negative
there's
out
so much
there,
negative,
man. And
like you got.
we touched on it earlier. Like when I turned my phone on and I saw all that horrible shit going on, it was just like, really? The fucking depravity of fucking everything going on. And it was just like, it was sickening. And then periodically over the next few days, plugging back in and seeing the spin and everyone's reaction to it, and it just saturating everyone's fucking life, both incidents. Like we don't even need to get into it. And just, I had this realization. I was like, God damn, we all live in this constant state of desensitized, emotionally charged shit.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I'm out there long enough. It's like, you really, like day one, you're like, oh, you can hear the birds chirping and the squirrels making noise. And by the end, by the time I hike down and it's the last day in the woods, it's like, there's a finch that's chirping away on that tree 13 feet up, 20 yards behind me. And that squirrel's chewing on that pine cone. And it's going to hit the ground in 3, 2, 1, thump. Like you're so fucking in tune with nature and your surroundings. And the crazy thing is it takes days to get to that fucking point. And it's, dude, I think like we're all just in this fucking desensitized, like sterile. Our senses are numb, man. Like
that's just, you said when you got home, you could like smell the trash and like
dude,
everything was
when
like
I
amplified.
When I was driving home, it's like, okay, I need to stop for gas. I need to stop for food. I could smell everything, dude. I got out of my truck and it's like I could smell each individual person that I walked by on the sidewalk. I could smell them. I could smell the fucking restaurant like grease trap and the fucking dishes in the sink. Like it was wild. It was fucking wild.
Fuck, dude. All right, well, we're fucking. You heard it here. Unplug and do some cool shit.
I hate to sound cliche, but get out and touch grass, everybody.
Yeah, unplug and do some cool shit.
Yeah, man. Leave that anxiety rectangle in the truck and go out in nature. You don't have to go on a backcountry bow hunting trip. If you do, Godspeed, good luck. But man, just go out and be with nature, dude. Do hard shit.
Yeah.
Pick a hard thing that you're fucking enthusiastic about and go get after it.
Fuck yeah. Well, leave it at that, man. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
Pleasure as always, bro.
This is exactly what we needed.
Later, everybody.